Eccoci ritornati qui nel magico fantastico mondo chiamato la Noire e ci eravamo rimasti. Allora, non vado avanti perché sennò inizia a chiacchierare, siamo fottuti. Allora, intendevo dire, sono rimasto qui in cui siamo stati degradati a schifo alla incendiari, che onestamente a me ispira la. A me ispira lavorare negli incendiari, poi magari potrebbe essere la cosa più noiosa, ma siamo stati degradati male. Quando dico male è perché siamo finiti nella sezione a quanto pare più schifosa. Mi sono un po' consultato appunto con mio amico su che cavolo è successo prima e sostanzialmente, vabbè, la missione The Manifest, ok? Praticamente c'erano i sicari che ammazzavano appunto i suoi ex compagni. Sostanzialmente erano sempre stati gli ex sicari, anche nel post office non erano i Marines come credevo, ma erano sempre i sicari che cercavano di uccidere tutti i Marines amici eccetera, perché loro avevano appunto rubato il carico della droga, che appunto è Sheldon Courtney, quello con il cognome da femmina, e che ha, diciamo, ha rubato la droga e vaffanculo a tutti sostanzialmente. E noi siamo stati degradati male perché appunto immagino che il vecchio compare un po' quello un po' corrotto Roy, ok? Ci ha sicuramente spifferato sulla relazione con la sciacquetta tedesca del tipo, ma fra tutte, cioè tua moglie è anche fica, forse è l'unica fica di questo gioco e ci vai come una tedesca brutta quanto Gesù, cioè nel senso non che Gesù fosse brutto, per carità, però avete capito il concetto. E non lo so, quindi lui è stato spifferato, chiaramente l'adulterio no, non va bene, non va bene l'adulterio, è una merda, ma come ti permetti? Come sì, finisce male, noi poliziotti non siamo adulteri, no, io non sono andato a quella strip club lì eccetera, ma che dici? Io non ho mai fatto una cosa del genere, tanto non hai le prove, io invece ho le prove su di te, quindi ti degrado. Letteralmente l'ipocrisia, secondo me 100% anche loro hanno tradito qualcuno, qualcosa e dico anche qualcosa, quindi non che giustifico il tradimento, lui ha fatto la cazzata più grande del secolo, soprattutto farlo con una vecchia, ma però è interessante perché lui si mostra sempre come un poliziotto perfetto col senso della giustizia e del dovere, ma che alla fine passa come una vecchiaccia, ma dettagli. Quindi niente, siamo stati degradati a schifo, dobbiamo trovare l'uscita. Ah, qua c'è proprio, va bene, guido io raga. Guarda come rimangono in silenzio.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
Mamma mia, con quanta cattiveria. Con
So
quanta.
this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners. I seen you on the first day, hero. Walking into the station, chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation.
Perfetto.
You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
Benissimo. Non possiamo neanche fare amicizia. La mia casa, la mia dolce
There isn't much
casa.
left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay,
Ah, guarda.
Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Stefan's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition.
Che schifo, c'è il
It's
Covid,
like the
non
only
ti
thing they ever
stringo
won in
la
their
mano.
lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble
Where are they sleeping?
in the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs.
Oh,
That's the man in the house, in the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
diamo un'occhiata in giro alla cerca degli indizi. Beh,
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
una scarpa? No, eh sì.
This isn't what we're looking for. I doubt it.
Ah. Candelabro.
Nothing significant.
Mr. Stevens?
Erano
Cole
dall'altra
Phelps,
parte, ma
commercial
dettagli.
police, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
No.
Stevens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you
Azz.
still have the tickets?
Sure.
Beh, hanno un alibi. Non che ci voglia un alibi, ecco.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Stevens?
Effettivamente.
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. Lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Ma adesso. Assecondiamo.
GI houses?
Yeah, something like that.
No,
That's all we
devo
need for the
forzare.
moment, Mr. Stevens.
All right.
C'è altro da guardare, non saprei.
So what next?
You seen the water heater? Only so many places to start with a fire like this.
E dov'è la caldaia? Questa. Allora. Questa è una caldaia. No. Qua sembra il salotto, qua boh. Scusa. Ma io la metterei qua la caldaia tipo. O comunque nel bagno, ecco. So che... Mm. Vabbè raga, mi sono rotto i coglioni. Dove sta Caldai? Sta scherzando, spero. Cioè io dovevo andare direttamente là per capire che lì c'era la caldaia, ma sei serio?
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Ok. Notavo che andava troppo sopra così, quindi non capivo perché. Ok, interessante, quindi...
I'm stumped. Ideas?
All right. Make the call and see if these suburban assholes have an address.
Ok. Comunque è divertente, non gli tengo la mano perché ha scopato con una vecchiaccia. Accidenti, immaginati i politici di oggi cosa succede. Cioè nella nostra società, capisco che siamo negli anni 40, 50, 40, verso la fine degli anni 40, però qua
Cole
letteralmente
Phelps, badge
è difficile
1247.
trovare una persona che è rimasta fedele.
How could I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective.
E
Just
siamo in
checking.
Italia, eh. In America non oso immaginare com'è la situation di
To speed
fedeltà.
up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here,
Perfetto.
corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Vamos, señor. Vamos a guidare. Questa è la nostra auto, sì. No. Luoghi. Andiamo prima nell'altra casa.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Ammetto che questa è la mia colonna sonora preferita.
If you're gonna drive like this, at
Scusate,
least
ma
use
io
the
non ho la
siren.
patente. Ancora. Dai. Avevo fatto tipo la schivata perfetta, ma sempre per quello spigolo di merda. Non so più parlare. Non che sapessi mai parlare. Ok. Dai che guidiamo perfettamente questo gioco. Altro che patente, qua mi devono dare la cosa superiore alla patente. No! Ops. È colpa sua, non mia, dovevo guardare. Sono della pura, posso. Minchia che schivata. Perfetta. Ok. Anche lui ci dice che schifo toccare la tua mano. Forse sì.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We.
You have a partner? What gives?
This is
Oh,
called
sì.
Phelps. You may have read about it.
Oh, now I get it. Hello,
Ah,
Phelps.
pure.
Welcome to the netherworld of arson.
Azz.
Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of
Okay.
water heaters a month go bang. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Andiamo a indagare. Ah, c'è lui.
Mal. You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you
Tom
got?
Sawyer.
Family by the name of Sawyer.
Azz.
Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are
Sì,
superficial.
durante gli
Time of
incendi
death.
non
They say
si
about
muore
midnight.
bruciati, ma
Anything
a
more
patto che
exact takes
non vai
time to
dentro al
determine.
fuoco, chiaramente. Di solito
Lynch tells me
se
this has
tu sei
something to do
dentro
with
una
a faulty
casa in
water heater.
fiamme,
Could
non
be.
muori per il fuoco, ma
There's been
muori
a speak
per
problem with
soffocamento,
particular brand.
per via del fumo.
I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
Per te
I feel sorry for your
nient'altro.
wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Io mi preoccupo per la tua moglie e per i tuoi figli, a te non me ne frega un cazzo, per me puoi anche morire, che cazzo me ne? Shit.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up
Sì,
as acts of God?
molto probabilmente sì, catastrofe naturale. Perché nell'assicurazione non comprano le cose naturali. A meno che non metti l'assicurazione per naturali. Vabbè, solito il giornaletto del cazzo. Ah, qua ti dice l'orario. Vabbè, non ce ne frega un cazzo a quanto pare. Dov'è la caldaia? Ok, trovato?
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps, can you help?
They were supposed to be going away.
Oh,
They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
no, quindi c'era uno
You
che...
can still catch them.
Prendi, corri, corri, Forrest!
Stop! LAPD!
Sì.
We've got an ID on these firebugs. Stop right there!
Ma sono vicino, bro! Vai, 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 vai. Ah! Preso. Dagli un pugno. Il pugno magico. E no!
What's your name?
Sì.
Herbert Chapman.
So you
Okay.
like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
Accendino?
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
Questo
I
fa
keep
piccare i
myself to
fuochi, no?
myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your
Va bene,
leads, come
capo.
and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence.
Oh.
There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a
Ma
star.
brutto cretino.
Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose.
Ah, così si fa.
Help me.
Bravo.
Stay out of my way.
Cioè, ma...
You got it?
Ma, allora, aspetta. Ma brutto cretino, se quella tizia ha detto che avevano vinto tipo una vacanza eccetera, quindi doveva andarsene e poi è stato ammalato e gli scoppia l'incendio, mentre all'altro gli dice la stessa cosa, loro sono andati in vacanza e poi sono ritornati e c'è stato l'incendio. Ma brutto cretino, è chiaro che non sono naturali come incidenti, cioè è una doppia coincidenza così a cazzo di cane. Chiaro che quello che volevano fare è far vincere questa vacanza così loro se ne andassero da casa e così avrebbe appiccato il fuoco senza vittime, ma in questo caso loro sono rimasti a casa come delle persone normali, quindi niente. Ma in certe volte non capisco queste cose. Andiamo qua. Cos'è questo rumore, raga? Che fastidio.
Let us have the will and the patience to do this job together. May the Lord strengthen us in our faith.
Ui! 110 all'ora! Si vola! Elena! Si vola! Si gira. Mamma mia, che girata perfetta. In teoria dovrei andare in seconda, ma non lo faccio. Che cazzomene. Facciamo questa. Esatto. Sul passo fiero. No! Coglione. Dovrei giocare a un gioco di macchina. Da un po' che non gioco ai giochi di macchina tipo Need for Speed e Gran Turismo, cose del genere, solo che non so poi cosa giocare. Cioè io volevo un gioco di macchine in stile GTA, non quelle cagate che devi fare 10.000 cose.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham.
Can I
Stavo
help you,
bevendo.
gentlemen? We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Ok.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Sai cosa? Devo cercare anche l'altra famiglia. Come cavolo si chiamava? Aveva un cognome strano. Gifford? No, erano in due. Esatto, Boyle. Hi, Stephens.
Here they are. Stephens. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotions mailing list covers half of LA.
Sembra ok.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Absurd.
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great.
Complimenti.
Poor, but
Beh, ma no.
great.
Fanno la colletta. È la colletta del compleanno, capite? È stessa situation. Vamos a guidare. Quindi andiamo sul Barba Leatherment, che non so cosa era legato.
Let me guess.
Why not?
You want to check out the Suburban address?
Hai qualche problema?
Great
Hai
partners
qualche
must think
problema?
alike.
Come ti permetti? Io faccio quel che cazzo mi pare piace. Faccio quel che cazzo mi pare piace. Non ti permetterei mai più. Ui. Ui. No, io mi sento un pro player. Ui.
This a power game, Phelps? Good thing they see you coming.
Upsi, upsi, upsi dupsi. È colpa di quella macchina davanti, è stata colpa sua, non mia. Che andava a 110 km/h. Oh. No. Che cazzo fai? Sto coglione. Sto pezzo di merda.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Comunque mi ricorda molto Saints Row, perché se fai le cose spericolate ti dà punti, ma non siamo a Saints Row, quindi chiaro che non dovrei fare cose spericolate in un gioco come questo. Ui. Ok. Pezzi di merda.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac?
Che succede?
I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the Suburban Redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Questa volta guidate, dai. Ho investito una persona non innocente, quindi...
Can you drive to this one?
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Però è vero, gli incidi, cioè quelli che si occupano della divisione degli incidi si occupano sulle assicurazioni, non sugli omicidi, eccetera. No, però prima ho fatto, sono andato in bagno, mi scappava.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Idiota.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Ok.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply.
Ok.
You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Usa...
The gas balloon
Quindi
needs to be
questo
next to the
poi...
coil if it's gonna
No,
ignite.
però... Può essere giusto? No. Guarda cos'è? No. Questo ho capito. Questo qua. E questo qua è in mezzo. E quindi?
Good, your regulator's in position. Come on, Phelps. You need to get the arrangement right
Okay,
before we
questa-
can reproduce the results.
No. Capito. Ma io avevo fatto una cosa del genere, più o meno. Ok.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs.
Adesso
See you at the
fabbrica
next
di
show.
State, va bene.
Come on, you can tell me.
You drive. I need to go over the case
Yeah.
notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have
Ok,
any credible
intende il
evidence to pursue him
maniaco
with.
piromane di prima. Installato. Non ti preoccupare, siamo la società perfetta per la tua caldaia magica. Per avere un po' di acqua calda. Non scoppierà nulla, no.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Dov'è?
What the hell?
Qua. Sì, sono proprio io.
He's the dirty cop from the newspapers.
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer? It's about time some of those movie people went to jail.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
What the heck?
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Vabbè, sei diventata segretaria.
Come to California to
Pensa, anch'io sono un segretario. Non per molto.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow.
Okay.
It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
A me non sembra.
They know what they're doing, detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
Right now.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, va bene.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
E perché no?
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Ok, devo chiamare ET. Dov'è il telefono, scusa? Oh, brutto cretino, non hai il telefono qua. Com'è che funziona? Non c'è il telefono qua. Ah, qua. Così lontano dalla scrivania, ma dai.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Barley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed. Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Ma ci strada, se non ti mettiamo te a fare la saponetta e non è divertente. Aprili.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Legge autorità. Un saggio anarchico di Pierre Procling, prezzo 5 centesimi. Stampato.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Na 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 na. Tu 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 tu. Per chi non conoscesse il ritornello, non mi ricordo neanche il titolo del videogioco, però era un videogioco dell'Electronic Arts che aveva questa canzoncina. Soviet Alert potrebbe, Bad Alert tipo, anche lui uguale.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Questo invece è l'inno russo.
Ryan
Forse
wants the
più
world to be a
dell'URSS.
better place, don't we all?
Che poi l'inno russo e l'inno dell'URSS non cambia molto. Ah, dai, su, vediamo. Ah, no, non c'è nulla di comunista.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got
Che
eaten
facciamo,
alive.
bro? Ma cosa ho fatto?
What do you think?
So check the lockers.
Ah. Zanzare si dice
Barley has a
bugs,
problem with
davvero.
bugs.
Non è tipo un moschetto.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasic?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the
Ah,
favorite
davvero?
choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan,
Andiamo da
Varley.
Valdi.
Where to, Phelps?
Andiamo dal meno comunista.
Well, you don't see that every day.
I know that face.
Il meno comunista. Attenzione signori. Vamos. Qua mi sa tanto che ci vuole la canzone I Need a Hero.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
No, anche da Marino.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
La prossima volta è meglio dire corri o sparo. Ok, rimango fermo.
Come on, Varley! You can't keep running forever!
Ma non posso fare. Ah, sì posso. Cazzo. No, merda.
Stop or I will shoot! Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town
Portatelo
crazy?
via,
Take him
ragazzi.
away, officer.
Caso chiuso. Ma non per ora. Vamos. vaffanculo. Il PD.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. He does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in the settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I do it again.
Sorry about the loss, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Hai fatto un ottimo lavoro, amico mio, a incendiare la casa di tua moglie che si scopano 2 fagioloni.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Devo mostrare I libretti.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Mi ha fatto morire dall'idea che riaspetto la mano. Era molto unexpected, ve lo dico. Ah, cazzo, avevo fatto benissimo. Comunque fanno paura queste case senza nulla, eccetera. Tutte vuote.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Guarda come
Who's
corre.
asking? Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Guarda, scappa, scappa, tati.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
L'ho detto che scappava.
I said, son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the bear.
Perché mi
Get
ha
in
fatto
close
sempre
and
conto di
steer him off
spigoli?
the tar.
Levati dal coglione.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Okay. One traffic stop coming up. Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
Spara bene.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in the room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Madonna, che voce. Spara bene.
Enough games, Phelps.
Faccio
Take this
sempre
guy
così.
out.
Jesus, what is he doing?
The tramp! Oh, Jesus!
Put your hands where I can see them. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Amici, addio. Avevo paura di prendere nel culo. Ma hey, mi hanno catturato. Adesso non è ok. Perché adesso mi prenderò nel culo comunque.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2
No,
guys.
questo.
Let's get to the station
Vai
and close this case.
nella giusta auto. Levati dai coglioni, grazie.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ho già fatto troppi danni abbastanza. Molti danni. Ma anche troppi danni. Ma dai, non troppo. Però troppino sì. Un pizzico di troppo. Ma proprio pizzico pizzico. Stazione di polizia di Wilshire. Beh, quello. Io ero di Hollywood. La stazione di polizia. Levati dai coglioni.
I have 2 suspects.
Fellas, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again?
Mamma mia, quanta cattiveria. Allora, coglione.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Vediamo che cos'ho. Vabbè.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Boh, non credo che ci sia una prova.
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try.
Ma cosa
But I
hai
got
tentato?
nothing to lose.
Invece sì.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to
Pedina
prove
penale di
that?
Ryan.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestos Water Heater Company.
No.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Dov'è Holly?
Up to a 45. I want to stop.
Qua? Muoviti, sì.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Installatore meteo, dichiara che vale cospira con la... Ok. Eccolo qua.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I
Come
was there
fai
or
di
not?
dimostrare, Come ti permetti,
How can you prove that I was?
perché?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Sgamato.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though, because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your
E
record?
invece guarda
There's
cosa
no
ho.
way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money, but so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't
No.
deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Give me something, Varley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this
Devo
on one of the other
portare la
guys,
prova.
but I'd just be making
Incredibile.
something up.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm
Ma
no
non
cold-blooded
volevi?
criminal. I could
Ma ci
never
sono
burn up a whole
state.
family in their home.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps.
Non è lui?
People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Il caso montato contro me sembrava un po' troppo facile. Il caso montato contro... Beh, nemmeno l'altro sembrava un'accusa ferrea per i 4 omicidi, onestamente. Cioè, qual è la sua motivazione? Mandare a fanculo l'azienda lì? Lui era il più probabile perché sostanzialmente l'azienda gli pagava per fare le manomissioni. Sostanzialmente lui ha manomesso sta cosa perché quell'azienda voleva avere le case eccetera, e però quella famiglia non è andata in vacanza e quindi sono morti. Aveva più senso lui che fosse il colpevole, dato che manometteva, perché aveva un accordo con quell'azienda là. Però non è così.
You're 2 blocks behind first and second. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here.
Hai capito?
If I can live with it, you can too.
Non mettere contro i miei comandamenti. Ho detto comandamenti, non comandi. Perché sono comandamenti pezzi di merda. Per i campi di Elisi. Cos'è l'assassino degli origami?
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is...
Mo aspetta, sono curioso su questo del caso
650 North
precedente.
Hobart.
Chi era l'assassino? Cioè il piromane. Quindi Noire. Era Ryan, quindi. Mm. Sì, chi dei due? Non lo dici. A vedere. No, sono curioso, raga, perché secondo me era l'altro, però. Sì, ok, sembrava un po' troppo banale il fatto che non sembrava che si piccasse di intelligenza, eh. Vediamo un po'. Ryan. Mm. Boh. Non dice nulla. Dice che posso accusare o Ryan oppure l'altro cretino. Però non so se uno mi dice ok, l'altro mi dice non è ok. Ma è questo. Vai tu. Pezzo di merda.
You can drive.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
One of the new housing developments, a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Non mi dire che è un serial killer piromane quello che ci sarà. Buonasera. Cosa abbiamo di bello?
You guys better see
Ah,
this.
io ho visto l'assassino che sbudellava le tipe, però. Oh.
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Che figata.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you
E
run
quindi li
into
ha
a
messi in
burning building?
pausa. Però è figo. Minchia sei figo.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire.
Ah.
Muscles and tendons contract.
Ma perché sono alzati?
Just when I think I've seen it all.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not.
che
Show some
tristezza.
respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a
No,
burning
sai che
building.
piromane.
What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
She could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we can ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Le prove.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Hey, Biggs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story.
Ma io sono per la giustizia.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what...
Quindi lui non vuole uccidere famiglia, vuole uccidere case.
I'll try this side.
Perché anche loro hanno una lista di esse.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Tu parla con i vicini. Guarda che porco. Ehi tu.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck.
Ma perché sono...
Imagine after having won that weekend
Brian.
away.
What's your name, sir?
Dudley.
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the
Così, a
explosion.
cazzo di cane.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
I need more, Mr. Foreman. Tell me what you know about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
I know nothing about it. I've never heard of them.
Quindi anche qui volevano vendere a casa per creare qualcosa per i veterani e che cazzo ne so. Grazie a cielo che se ne sono andati in vacanza. Lo pensavo anche al killer, ma qualcosa è andato storto. Fa bianco qua.
Advice?
Vediamo.
We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working.
Polizia. Polizia. No. Ma io non vedo altri vicini. Anche qua. E dai, il coso bianco, non capisco perché.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for
Sei
the dead.
sfigato.
That's all I gotta say.
Chi è l'altro vicino?
This is a crime scene. All of you move along.
Anche qua è uguale.
This is a secure area. You all need to leave.
Boh, magari toc toc. No. Chi è il prossimo vicino, scusatemi?
Any ideas?
Ma qua non sono vicino, qua.
Keep working.
Ma incendio a casa modelle. Dove trovo l'altro vicino? Lui? Cioè mi fa bianco qua, però non va bene.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
Eh?
Boondockers they ain't.
No, non va. Torniamo dentro. C'è una cantina qua. Ho sentito un tontuto.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to
Wow.
expose the foundations.
Mm. Mm.
Maybe if... No.
Una torcia.
Optimistic, Cole.
Beh, anche una torcia può far scaturire un incendio.
There isn't much I can tell you right now, Cole.
Boh, perché qua fa bianco.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead.
Intuito facciamo,
About all
raga.
I've got to say.
Sì, sì, ok, perfetto. Non posso fare intuito. Quali vicini poi, che non ci sono vicini, questo schifo di posto. Cioè, voi intende i vicini dall'altra parte? Vedete? Anche loro sono un po' sempre vicini, no? No? Chissà perché non me lo immaginavo, no? Qui? No. Accidenti, non me lo immaginavo che anche questi no. Loro? Vediamo. No, accidenti. Che sbadato. E qui c'è un vicino che vuole parlare con me? No? Perfetto. Oh, l'unico vicino che c'è fuori casa, eccetera, è quel chettino là. Vicino? No. Vuole che lo busso alla porta? No.
Help me out. We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep
Che
working.
devo fare, raga? Cioè, certe volte questo gioco ti lascia così e ti dice buona fortuna. Ma... Cioè, l'unico vicino è questo qua. Cioè, mi sei buggato, per forza.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say.
Boh, raga, mi sei buggato. Mo voglio vedere qua. Boh, mi sa tanto che mi manca alcuni indizi. La caldera l'ho vista, no? Secondo me, boh. Qua ho controllato tutto. Sempre il ferro da stiro inutile, raga. Non ce ne frega nulla. Boh.
So, what the hell do you think you're doing?
That's a creep.
Mi si è buggato,
Fucked up
raga,
his
per
wife.
forza.
All a man can do is
Mi
put in
sa
a
che mi
prayer
si è
for the dead.
buggato. Cioè...
About all I've got.
Cioè... Che perdita di tempo. Non c'è neanche di carica in un determinato checkpoint, proprio devi fare la missione da capo. Ma io non lo so.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Sto zitto.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice.
Boys get any
really.
on the side.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with 1 round.
You're behind the wheel.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
Sì, mi si era buggata la missione.
It's a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to
Solo
the
a me può
ground.
capitare il bug della
GI's ready to
missione.
move in this
Perché
week.
da lì dovrà nascere un'altra
Some
cazzina.
very angry customers.
Niente. Ah, che noia.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
E poi non c'è neanche skip cazzine, questa è la cosa divertente.
Do you have a name?
No. No, non
Morelli,
c'è.
Mike, we recovered a pic.
Vabbè, raga, ci giriamo i pollici. Facciamo l'interpretazione. Abbiamo trovato questi 2 cadaveri, 4 cadaveri lì.
Be honest, I just
Ma
got
questo non ha senso, proprio brutti
Best you
gattini.
talk to
Come
Lynch,
perché
he's the
ha lasciato così come dei
Doesn't make
manichini?
any sense.
Io penso che
Why aren't
l'abbia
they scattered
spostati.
around like the rest of the debris?
Perché
I think they've been moved.
spostato
I
per
think
prima
someone moved
dell'esplosione.
them after
Puoi
the
spiegare? Io non
explosion,
capisco un
before the
cazzo.
fire.
È il motivo,
explain that,
non so un
please?
cazzo, io
I'm
non
almost
vengo pagato
positive the cause
abbastanza,
of
ma
death
guarda
is
come sono.
asphyxiation due to
Io
gas
che li ha
inhalation.
spostati, ma è certo.
Look at the
È
parts of their
ovvio.
bodies that aren't scorched.
Ma non ha
The coloring
senso.
around the
E
fingertips
dice sì, ha
is different.
senso.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved
Ma non ha
into
senso.
this room after
È vero.
the explosion.
Non ha
Still doesn't
senso.
make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I
Oh,
have
beh,
not.
che comunque.
Show some respect.
Che comunque per davvero.
What are they
Another
doing?
day, another dollar.
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Vero.
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fire?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier
Sto
together.
ridere.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
Sure, it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
What the fuck?
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole.
Andiamo
We
giù,
can find out what's
che
in
c'è
the
l'altra
pigs.
prova, che è la caldaia.
Ricordiamoci ragazzi, se vuoi applicare un incendio fai esplodere la caldaia. Come? Ottima domanda. Ma come? Perché? Perché? Esatto.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Ok, quindi cammino esci da questa casetta.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
Non mi fido di te, pezzo di merda. Io sono andato in guerra, ho visto cose brutte che tu non puoi immaginare.
I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood.
Non ci sarà
Things that
un'altra
went on in
guerra
that
come il
farmhouse.
Vietnam,
My own
quindi
guys on
buona
fire,
fortuna.
screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations.
Io
We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You get
Qualcun altro approva? No?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners
Christ.
too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a
Ok,
fire.
parliamo.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the
Io
fire
non
next door?
sapevo nulla.
Terrible.
Io non sapevo nulla.
Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman.
Vai,
Dudley
dammi questa testimonianza. No, guarda. Io non sapevo un
Did you see
cazzo,
or hear
ok?
anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Ah, posso ritornare indietro.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look,
Non ci
we were
credo,
asleep when we
pezzo
heard
di
the
merda.
explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the
Adesso
Morellis
lo
want
sai
to sell?
benissimo.
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell.
Bastardo.
Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Ok. Quindi qua dovrebbe partire la scena, tipo... No? Non mi dire che è buggata di nuovo? Proviamo a rimanere fermi qua.
All a
È
man can do is
buggato,
put in a
non
prayer
so.
for the dead.
Io
That's all
non
I've
so
got to
cosa
say.
dire. Eh? Questo non l'avevo notato minimamente. Non mi dire che non era buggato, ma non trovavo questo, ma sei serio?
Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Ecco perché vedeva le scarpe.
Standard man's dress shoe.
Ma vai a cagare.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Did they have anyone working on the house recently? A maintenance man, a city inspector, maybe?
I doubt it. Why would they bother with these old places, what with redevelopment coming up?
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I
Ci
can get it
credo,
for you if you like.
comunque.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm
Brutto
unfolding
signore.
it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Questo è molto più diverso.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Che facciamo?
I'm at a loss.
You can find a game well and get an address for Elysian. Problem is, partner, those Elysian guys are connected.
Andiamo a telefonare. T, ho bisogno di aiuto, T.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Aiuto.
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
course. Here you are.
Commander?
Blades on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's at that end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Andiamoci via da questo posto.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Shitty luck, Chuck. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Non mi ricordo chi era Chapman. Nel dubbio va lavora, ma non ne vale, ma non è giusto, ma come ti permetti, ma come osi?
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a fray.
mouth son of a bitch!
You sorry sack.
Pensavi,
I'm gonna bust you.
cinese, comunista. Easy.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Ricordate ragazzi, mai essere amici della guardia, ma allo stesso tempo mai picchiare la pura. Ottima domanda, io commento qua. Se è, come dire, tutto chiuso. Ottima camminata, signore.
What now?
Look around. There's not much left, but it's worth a shot.
Secondo te, come? Se non posso neanche entrare qua dentro. Pure.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Perfetto.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my
Quindi andiamo là.
let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Sembra proprio di sì. Yeah.
Can you drive to this
È
one?
inutile qua, ci siamo presi le mazzate in faccia e poi un mattone è caduto giù. Ok. Ora mi devi spiegare il senso di questo posto. Sì, sto sbadigliando un bel po'. Forse per l'orario. What now? Mans? Sì.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Ma vai a cagare.
And that's our cue.
Le dovevi dire
Thanks,
proprio
ma'am.
così.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Ma vai a cagare, cesso di merda.
Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with
amici
a warrant?
miei, vieni
It won't be
dentro.
necessary, gentlemen.
Oh, finalmente.
Come into my office.
Io
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
Terrible, boy. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Niente, raga, questo no.
You come in here making stupid, baseless allegations, and you think you can ruin my day? And we'll see about that.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them.
Tipo...
Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people
Ok, non ci mettiamo.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend.
Invece
There's
sì.
no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Easy peasy.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. You
Perché no?
suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Io sto cliccando tutto.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Dovresti avere un telefono, no? Telefono.
Your boss is a fine man.
Ancora telefono. E ti.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help,
Broad has
Detective?
socks in it, Brazier.
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you.
Fuck.
He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Ancora quella tedesca.
I love the
Va bene.
chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face still earns love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill
Guarda.
things I love.
Vai a cagare.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not going to ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel
Pezzo di
about you.
merda, anche se ha fatto bene.
Stay away from Elysian Fields. I should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company. I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here. Your investigation is finished.
Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You
Quindi
gotta
conosce il
respect
nostro
that.
commendatore.
KGI Radio 760.
It was the lover and his lad, with a hay, with a hoe, with a hay. No, no, and a hay. No, no, no. That o'er the green cornfields it passed in springtime.
I was kind of attached to the paint
arrivati.
job, Cole.
Sono un bel guidatore. Girata perfetta. Ah, ho toccato il marciapiede ma dettagli.
When birds do sing, hey ding a ding a ding, hey ding a ding a ding, hey ding a ding a ding, sweet lovers love the spring.
È colpa sua.
Cole,
mia,
what are you
che c'è
doing?
Oh, ma quanto è lontano? Ops. Culo.
I'm sorry, sir. Police
Sapevo che
officer.
si poteva fare una cosa del genere. Ma un poliziotto può prenderti la tua macchina. Oh, finalmente sono arrivato, era lontanissimo, ma che cazzo. Coglione. Chapman. Non correre, eh. Sei un vecchio bacucco, non dovresti correre.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of
Let's
problem.
take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around. We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Ancora?
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Questo devo
Let's
pure
take a look
qua.
at the car.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units. Officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. The suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? You'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Quella tedesca, ma sei serio?
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very
Un
generous settlement.
pompino? Ah no.
Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
Follia.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late.
Potevo chiedere un semplice pompino, però. Ha chiesto un alto favore. Minchia i danni. Chapman si porta sulla tomba il movimento ogni proprietà in relazione con Modo e Elysian Fields. Ok. Casa di paglia.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Ah, adesso siamo lui.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Io avrei accettato i soldi, che sono 20.000 euro. In realtà dollari, però stavo pensando, una casa qua a Milano costa almeno 200.000 dollari. No, euro, scusatemi. Famo 300, 400 in realtà, 500 a Milano, ma io in realtà stavo pensando fuori Milano, no, non avrei accettato neanche io questi soldi. Anche se... sto pensando quanto potrebbe pagare una casa. Vabbè raga, io dico... termino qui questa live perché si è fatto una certa e ho ricevuto una peggio di meme da Marcus, così a caso, vabbè. E termino questa live e vedremo dal prossimo episodio cosa succederà. Io... sembra che ci sia tipo un mega complotto che... politico, ok, che ha a che vedere anche con la corruzione della polizia e quant'altro. Questo è un po' quello che ho dedotto e devo essere sincero, ci sta, mi piace che comunque si crea questa evoluzione per una trama precisa, però ammetto che mi piacevano un botto i casi in cui il traffico era omicidi, per farvi capire. Vediamo con questi incendi dolosi se ha un senso, se sia un serial killer, piromane e quant'altro. Quindi, bene, io direi che ci vediamo alla prossima. Ciao ciao. Ciao ciao. Ciao ciao. Stavo pensando a come dire ciao ciao.